panelists. I will be talking about the advanced targeted attacks, which each and every organization is being targeted, and every employee is the weakest link in any of the organization. We live in an information age where everything is changing. Then lightning effect, you can see the 2.4 billion internet users, which is 1/3 of the total world population. 1 trillion URLs are being indexed by the Google every day. 665 million websites in the internet. 1 billion Facebook users. 54% of the Facebook is accessed via mobile. You can see 427 million smartphones were sold last year. So what the statistics tell about? You can see the adoption rate in terms of the mobility. As coaches have said, IT as well as the telecom. So both are the two sides of the same coin. How we address that? You can see 1.3 million iPods were started selling in 1 quarter. The iPhone 21.2 million in 1 quarter. 66.1 million iPads in a single quarter. When the iPhone 5 was launched, 5 million iPhones were sold in the first 3 days. We can see how much fast the adoption rates are for the mobility. You can see the industry was predominantly captured by the Windows PC. Slowly and slowly, the mobile phones come into picture. You can see the Android phones. The Android operating system will be the biggest operating system being used by all of us, even in the industry as well. So you can see 1 million users when the business comes into picture, right? Everyone has to reach some goal, right? How many users will be accessing Facebook? How many users accessing the Google? For the AOL, America Online took 9 years to reach 1 million landmark. For the Facebook, it was only 9 months to reach 1 million landmark. For the Draw Something, it was only 9 years. You can see how much the adoption rate from the PC to the mobile device. The threat landscape has also changed. Previously, we used to have virus outbreaks. Nowadays, we haven't seen any outbreak for the last 5 years. But now, the targets are customized. They're customized for specific organizations. For the specific targeted attack, we need a targeted custom defense so that we can simulate that attack pattern in our environment, then we can correlate and respond to that particular attack. You can see from the 2001 worms outbreaks, vulnerabilities came into picture. In 2003, spam mass failures, then spyware, intelligent botnets, web threats, targeted attacks. And these targeted attacks, now it's personal, financially motivated, targeting most valuable assets. Now the terminology is coming is hacktivism, hacking with a political motive. In the morning I heard talking about the Stuxnet. Stuxnet was a state-sponsored attack so that the Iran nuclear power project can fail. They wanted to fail that by targeting that. So how shall we respond to that kind of an attacks? And recently, 2 days back, there was an article which I was reading. The National Security Agency of the US is targeting to compromise millions of the systems with a malware so that they can have a full control over the internet. How the organizations will get that visibility, like the system is compromised and it is stalking someone across the internet. Most of the threats which are coming from the internet will be blocked at the perimeter level, right? We have a best breed of firewall IDS IPS in place. But what if the employee is compromised? The employee's laptop, desktop or its mobile device from which he is communicating for its business needs or for his accessing different websites in an organization. So you can see the challenges with the current security controls. AV just doesn't work with APTs, advanced persistent threats. The threats are advanced, they are continuous in nature, and they are using advanced technology. The 63% of malwares in APT are customized. Recently last year, the South Korean attack, you might have also listened about it. It was a custom attack launched on 20th of March at 2 p.m. for the South Korea. It was a just notification from the North Korea to the South Korea like, your government can't protect you. That was the answer on 20th of March, that is the war anniversary for the South Korea. And also the firewall and IDS are ineffective, open standard ports and protocols for access. We need to have the perimeter in place, but for these kind of targeted attacks, how we will get the visibility? We have to have a zero trust model. We have to assume we will be compromised, we will be breached. But the action is how to minimize the time when the breach was detected and the reactive measure was taken. This is possible only when we will have the complete visibility across the network, across the end user's activity, and also the nature of APTs, they go undetected, the threats are low and slow. If any laptop in an organization is compromised and it is communicating over the HTTP protocol across, and it is being communicated to the command and control center, and the command and control center is sending the different request what needs to be done. So you can say today's attack social, sophisticated, and just stealthy in nature. They goes under the radar. The first step is to target any person or any organization. It's the reconnaissance. Nowadays, everyone is there on the Facebook, LinkedIn, and you can find 90% of the information about the individual across the internet. So once you have the particular information about the organization or an individual, then the individual is targeted to launch an attack or to compromise the system. And the compromise can happen in a simple way. I will take an example. Today, I'm speaking with you, right? And I will say, I will be sharing my presentation with you. You might be using Windows, Microsoft Office 2007 or 2010. And slowly, on a timely basis, the Microsoft releases some vulnerability reports like Office is compromised and it is vulnerable across certain codes. And they will be releasing a patch after 20 days. And that is the gap of 20 days when the zero-day attack comes into place, comes into picture. So in that case, whenever the person will be opening that particular presentation, at the same time the bot will be dropped and it will be doing nothing till it communicates with the command and control center. And that is the weakest link in any infrastructure. The connection is being initiated from inside to the outside. It's not coming from outside to inside. Once that communication happens, the compromise happens. You can see once the employee gets compromised, it establishes connection with the command and control server and slowly gathers the data of interest, and that movement happens literally across the infrastructure. Once the data is extracted, it can go, and it also goes undetected for months. Like RSA was compromised. RSA compromise happened with a just small exploit in a PDF. Sony got compromised. So we have to assume, and we have to have a assume like it's a zero trust model. Now the question is, a custom attack needs a custom defense. Malicious content, suspect communication, we have to analyze the attack behavior as well. A custom defense lifecycle detects malware communications and behavior invisible to the standard defenses. We need to have the parameter in place, but how to get the visibility and how to leverage them for an effective security control. Analyze the risk and the characteristics of attack and attacker. In the South Korea attack, 70 malwares were used, and those were the known malwares for which the customized technology was used, so that, like, if I talk about the MBR, which is we have never seen for the past many years, the MBR virus. In that South Korean attack, a very basic malware was used, multiple variants were created, and it was crashing the MBR of the servers. Adapt security automatically. Threat intelligence, automated security updates we need to have. Respond using insight needed to respond to your specific attackers. You can see the visibility. We have the firewall, gateway, IPS, antivirus software in place. But the question is, where is the visibility? You can just concentrate on the slide, like the data is coming from internet, getting passed to the firewall, gateway, IPS, going to the systems. So the solution has to be working across all the communications from the perimeter till the endpoint. Once you have the complete visibility from endpoint till the perimeter, you know to which the systems are, to which IPs or to which command and control centers the endpoints are talking to, and what is the behavior of those endpoints, whether these are controlled by command and control centers, which are very dynamic in nature, or it's a user-initiated activity. And these kind of attacks like goes undetected, and these can be launched as a platform of an organization to launch an attack to some another organization with a political motive. You can see the visibility of network. Once you have it, you can have the visibility of malicious content, embedded document exploit, drive-by downloads, the zero-day, the malware. You can have a visibility of suspicious communication, the command and control access, data stealing worms, backdoor activity. You can have a visibility of the attack behavior, propagation and dropout. Vulnerability scanning and brute force if it is happening from your network across the internet. You need to have the visibility. Once you have the visibility, you can use your best read of the perimeter or the endpoint to stop that particular activity and isolate that particular activity, take a legal step against which the person was controlling the command and control centers, from where the machine got compromised. You can have the complete solution in place. So this was from my side regarding the anti-APT solution. You need to have in every organization so that you can have the complete visibility of your network, the behavior of your network.